Good afternoon, everybody. This is a little bit different. This is a pot limit Omaha HiLo tournament on America's Cardroom, and there were 1,669 players in this tournament. We're down to 10. I'm in the first place, and we're we should be going to the final table here pretty soon. Um, I, uh, I learned how to play pot limit high-low Omaha a long time ago, but I hadn't played it for a while. But this is a free roll tournament, so I decided to enter, and I've done really well so far. Obviously, I'm in first place, um, and it's kind of hard to explain this while we're playing because it's really involved. Um, you know, the the nut high and the nut low uh, hand is it can change. At any one of these river cards or any of the flop cards. So it's real easy to get sucked into a pot, and then all of a sudden at the river, the turn or the river, you're just way behind. So I'm going to kind of slow down here a little bit because I'm in first place. I've got a 300,000 chip lead, and I'm not going to call this, even though I've got a pair of nines. I don't have a low card. Um, it, a pair of nines is just not a good bet. And even though I was in the small blind and I was halfway in, there was a raise, so I didn't call. Anyway, pot limit Omaha can be fortunes can transfer hands really fast, and but quite often you see hands that are split like that between a high and a low. Now I've got a Queen Jack 10, which isn't bad, but this guy's gone all in. This Slick Nick is pretty aggressive, so I'm just gonna fold here. Like I say, I'm in first place. There's 9 players. The next player to get knocked out, and it will probably be this guy. Um, then we're down to the final table, and so like I say, I'm just kind of taking a little break here. Um, I would have a straight right now. I would have a straight, which would be the nuts for the high card, but then all of a sudden there's a 10 of clubs that would have given somebody a flush. Now, I don't understand why there's 8 players and we aren't at the final table yet. But I'm going to fold here. I have an ace queen offsuit and a 6-7, ace 6-7 for low, but I need something a little bit better for a low card, for a low draw. Like I say, this Slick Nick has been really aggressive, and he's down to 173,000 chips. He's all in here, and now he's eliminated. So now, like I say, I don't understand why we're down to 7 players. We should have been at the final table already. Like I say here at America's Cardroom, they show that that my position is first out of 7th, and that may or may not be true. Okay, now I'm in the big blind. I've got a pair of queens with a jack kicker and queen jack suited. So Well, it doesn't matter because everybody folded. Um, I don't understand why we aren't down to one table here. Um, according to this, there's only 7 players left. So I don't know, like this is the first time I've been to a final table with a pot limit Omaha HiLo game here at America's Cardroom. And, like I say, when you're down to the final table, you're down to the final table. I don't really understand what's going on. Um, yeah, like I say, we're down to 7 players. And in any case, pot limit Omaha, you get 4 cards, and then they turn up 3 cards for the flop, just like holdem, and then they turn up a turn card and a river card. And because it's high low, the high hand and the low hand split as long as the low is at 8 or better. Um, now I'm in the small blind. I've got a 5-9, 5-6. I'm going to fold this. Um, no, I'm halfway in. I'm going to call. What am I talking about? This is okay. Now uh, I've got a open-ended straight. I thought for a minute I had an open-end straight flush, but the spades look very much like the the clubs. Um, but because I have a straight draw, I'm going to call. And now I have a low. It's not a good low, but 7-6. I mean, there could be a really good low here. I may be drawing dead. I may be drawing dead here. I know I'm not drawing dead to the high because an 8 would give me the nuts for the high. Um, anyway, I'm taking a chance here. There now, I've got 3 5s, uh, and that's not a good card for me because that just kind of opens up all kinds of straights. Um, but with any luck, I'll take half the pot. What do you know? I did take half the pot. What was it with? Um, I took I took the pot with 3 5s. Took the high end. Okay, now I've got a queen 9, a pair of 9s. I'm going to call. I have a possible straight flush or full house. I don't have a low because my only low card is a 3. But now I've hit 3 9s. So I have a set of 9s, but there's a possible straight out there. No flush at this point. If everybody checks to me, I'm going to bet the pot. I'm going to make these people think I have a Jack 10, and this is going to get the low players out. Well, what do you know? It worked. Okay, so I take down a 165,000 chip pot, and boy, oh boy, oh boy, I'm back in first place. This up here shows I'm in second. I can't understand that. Um, but I've got an ace 4 7 of clubs, a pair of sevens, and so I've got a good hand to draw to. And what do you know? There's a pair of aces. So I have three of a kind aces. I don't really want to bet three aces, but I'm certainly not going to fold. A four. There's my. That gives me the nuts. Um, I have a full house, aces full of sevens. Nobody can beat that because I have the case ace and three sevens. So I'm going to go all in here and see if I can't knock some of these players out. Okay, well, I took half the pot and two people split low there. I'm going to take a break here. I've got a 9-8-7 deuce. That's just not good cards. But anyway, we're down to five players now. And let's talk about money. This was a free roll tournament. And fifth place pays $1.90. First place pays $7.75. And I've been playing at America's Cardroom for about the last month, and it took me a long time to get used to the um, extremely long rebuy periods. These tournaments last forever. This one's been going on for 4 hours and 15 minutes, and I tend to enter at the last minute, which is after most of the rebuy period is gone, just because it's boring, and sooner or later, somebody's gonna knock you out when you have a pair of aces and they call with a 2-3 and get two pair to beat you. But anyway, last night I won my first holdem tournament, and if I play smart here, I'll win my first ever pot limit Omaha tournament. Okay, everybody's checked to me. I've got a good hand to draw to. What do you know? I flopped a full house. I'm gonna check. I'm gonna check to see what what kind of bluffers we have here. I have the nuts. I have the nuts, and I'm just gonna call. Now this guy could have a royal flush draw, but I'm gonna check. Now he could have aces full, but he can't have. If he's got a pair of aces, he's gonna win this, but I doubt that's the case. It's nice when you flop a full house, and there's no low cards on there. Um, Gosh, now I've got an ace deuce with a pair of aces, an ace jack of diamonds. I'm just red hot here, but I'm gonna call. I'm not one of the people that raises pre-flop because anything can happen in the flop. Now I need help to get anything here. I mean, I've got a pair of aces, but I've got a good base to draw to. Now I've got the best low. I'm going to bet my aces. I'm going to bet 100 to bet the pot. Make this guy think I've got 3-8s. Well, he called. Okay, now he's got a possible straight, and he could have two pair. He could have a set, but I take it down with my aces. It's nice when your cards are running good. Um, Now I've got 5 deuce. That's the best thing I can say out of this hand. But I do have a possible mid straight. I could, I could pop a good low draw like that. Um, I'm gonna bet. I'm gonna bet half the pot here. I've got a 7-5 low. Um, well, okay. This guy's saying he's got me beat with a 7 smooth. Um, and now somebody could have a flush. I'd like to see an ace or a 6. Well, that gives me a 7 high straight, and I'm gonna bet the pot here. So I think I've got at least half this pot. I've got, well, yeah, okay. I took the low side. Actually, I split. I don't even know how that worked. Anyway, like I say, I don't play a lot of this game, but when you it looks like somebody had an ace high, a flush, and I don't really understand that. I took the low side of the pot with a 7, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, well I've got 3 jacks. I'm gonna bet them. Like I say, it's been a long time since I played pot limit Omaha, and you'd think somebody's got a straight with this flop, but I'm going to take a chance and go for the full house or 4 jacks. I need to pair the board here. I didn't do it, so I'm going to fold here. I have to assume that this guy's got the straight, and I don't want to give up 700,000 points to a pretty obvious hand. Anyway, now I've got an ace deuce with all kinds of hearts. I'm just going to call. Like I say, I'm not one of these people that goes wild on the pre-flop because anything can happen, and that holds true for pot limit Omaha as well as holdem. I've got I've got 2 pair. I have good cards, but I could be drawing. I don't think I'm drawing dead, but yeah, 2 pair 10s and 8s. Um, I'm going to call simply because I hope he's got a low and we can split this. What do you know? I take the whole pot. I tell you, I don't know how some of these people get to the final table. That's not the first time I thought I lost, but it was a small call to throw it in there, and sure enough, I took the whole thing. Um, well, that's not a good flop for me. I have a potential low. I have a straight draw, inside straight draw. This is a good hand for me to get out of. Yeah. Okay, we're down to 4. I've got a good hand here. Ace 4 or 5 of clubs plus a pair of fours. That's a good. Boy, oh boy, how do I do this? I'm gonna check because I think I've got a lock on low, but I need one more card, and there's a possible flush out there. So I've got a pair of aces. I don't think they're good. Um, I could go. I have to call this. How can I not call it? Okay, well, I'm just gonna check. I'm pretty sure I have a lock on low, and I've got a pair of aces. I could take this whole pot, but I doubt it. I think I'll be lucky to get half. Yeah, and I wasn't lucky. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Well, now I barely have a lead. Um, there's only 3 people playing. This guy's sitting out. Um, I got a pair of kings or queens. Well, look at that. Boy, I'm glad I didn't bet. I thought about making a bluff bet there, but pair of queens with a straight and a flush draw. I'll be real happy to just check this one down, and I doubt I have it. Okay, well, I keep getting good cards. I have a pair of fours and a 3-4, a 10-3 suited. This guy's sitting out. It's I've got 2 pair. I'm gonna bet him. Well, now my note on this guy is he's a chaser, but he could have a 6. He could have. I've got 2 pair. I think I'm gonna take this down. I could be wrong. Yeah. Anyway, like I say, I make notes on these people, whether they're playing holdem or Omaha, and like I say, this guy I've got quite a note. He chases with a 2-2. He goes all in with the ace king suit and ace 9 offsuit. I'm just gonna check here. I've got a great hand, but it won't be a great hand unless I get another card. I can't bet a pair of 2s or 5s. Well, a pair of 5s isn't gonna make it. Darn. I can't call that. That's the thing about Omaha. When you're trying to go for a low, you can get shut out and end up looking like a fool. And anyway, this guy that's sitting out, he's got 490 some thousand chips. He's going to be around for about 10 more rounds, maybe 7 or 8. Now I've got top pair. I don't know why I wouldn't call this. Now I've got 2 pair. Got the top 2 pair. With a straight draw. he's got the straight, he's got me beat. Well, he didn't have the straight. He had kings and queens. My golly. Well, the guy that was sitting out, he's finally come back. That's good. He wants to make a deal. I'm going to bet the pot. I'm going to tell this guy I've got a straight. I've got two pair. I keep getting good cards. I just need a decent flop, and I can knock some of these people out. Although I'm down to second place now. This guy here he's from let me tell you where they're from. This guy's from Russia. This guy's from New Zealand, and this guy's from the United States. Now I got a pair of threes. I'm going to fold those. This is one of those cases where the high hand can dictate to the low hand, because there's at this point there's no going to be no low. If I called, I'd have a set of threes, but that means that one of these guys could have a full house. I've hit quads several times in pot limit Omaha, and if I would have called, I'd have a chance to hit quads here. But what this guy's thinking. The United States, he wanted a deal. He wants to make a deal. Yeah, I don't blame him. Uh, is he just going to sit there and take his time to make us feel bad because we wouldn't chop? I don't. I don't know. I'm going to make it. He's sitting out again. I'm going to make a note on him. He's slow. Okay, I've got a low. It's not a good low. Um, I also have a pair of sixes. I'm going to call. Now I have three sixes. And there's a possible straight out there. Pair the board. Well, that's really not good for me because I've got three of a kind. He's probably got a straight. No, he doesn't. I take the whole thing. I tell you, it's really hard to judge this. Okay, now I've got a pair of aces with a king. I'm going to bet the pot here. Um, put the pressure on these guys. Uh, Three of a kind kings. I'm going to just keep the pressure on him. He's all in. Anything but a low. Oh, He's, well, I have my aces full of kings, but that, the ace on the river gave him a low. Okay, now I've got a nut flush draw. I'm going to bet that. I also have top pair. Okay, I'm going to call this just because I've got a possibility for a straight, and with only 4 players. Okay, now those are great cards for me. Anything in here gives me a straight. I'm not going to bet on the come, but I'm certainly going to call. I can't believe this guy raised. Well, now maybe I'm thinking I want a low. We're going to put this guy all in, and I'm just going to call. Oh boy, that's really a bad card for me. That's the worst card in the deck for me. I can't call this. I have nothing but a pair of kings. Okay, the only good part is that this guy's knocked out. So we're down to 3 players, and we're all just about even. Um, okay, I'm gonna bet the pot here. I've got 2 pair with a pretty good chance of a straight. I've got a pair of 2s with a couple small cards. You know, this is the situation where I'm going to call everything, at least to see the flop. And depending on the flop and how the betting goes, it dictates whether I'm going to be in or not. And I don't really see any reason to call this. This video has been going for 33 minutes now. I've got a pair of jacks. It's well, no, that's not a good card for me. That's not a good flop for me, but I'm going to check. Now I've got an open-ended straight, but there's a flush draw, and I've got a pair of jacks. They might win. No. Well, now I've got a straight, and I'm going to bet it. He could have a flush. Anyway, well, look at that, a raise. I love a raise here. I've got the ace deuce. I have the top pair. Now I've got a low in the top pair, and I'm going to bet the pot. I'm still going to bet the pot. I take the whole thing. I love it. All right, now I've got a pair of tens with a jack 10 suited. Now I've got three tens. He's gone. I'm gonna bet this all in. I'm gonna put him all in. Now I've got an open end straight draw. This could be the last hand, folks. That was the last hand. No, it wasn't the last hand. I'm sorry. Um, I, I thought I was knocked out, but this won't last long because I'm just gonna keep hammering away. I've got a low and a pair of nines, top pair. He's going all in. This might be the last hand. Yep, that's it. Anyway, I took second place at $4.35. This was a 36-minute video, 37 minutes by the time I tell you to like this channel, subscribe, and find my affiliate link down there at my YouTube channel homepage and sign up for America's Cardroom. I'll get a little dividend if you make a deposit. Anyway, that's all for today, folks. Thanks for tuning in. Bye-bye.